My dear sisters, brothers, and seekers of truth, greetings to you all. Today we embark on a profound journey, one that speaks to the very essence of your being, particularly for those of you who identify as women. We are exploring the signs, the subtle shifts, the undeniable whispers from the universe that indicate you are on the cusp of a divine elevation. And the first, perhaps most foundational sign is a deepening of your spiritual connection and an amplification of your inner guidance. Consider, if you will, the trajectory of a river. In its nascent stages, it might be a turbulent stream, its path uncertain, buffeted by every rock and fallen branch. But as it matures, as it gathers strength and wisdom from the earth, it flows with a newfound grace, its direction clear, its purpose undeniable, to reach the vast ocean. This is akin to your spiritual journey. When God is preparing to elevate you, the superficial layers begin to peel away. The noise of the world, the incessant chatter of external expectations, starts to recede into the background. You find yourself drawn inwards, not out of withdrawal, but out of a profound hunger for stillness, for truth, for the divine presence within. This isn't merely about attending religious services, though for many, that can be a valuable part of the path. This is about an intimate personal communion. It's about recognizing that the divine is not an external entity to be sought only in grand temples or ancient texts, but a living, breathing essence that resides within the very core of your being. This deepening connection manifests in several powerful ways. Firstly, you might notice an increased sensitivity to your intuition. That gut feeling, that quiet knowing, becomes louder, clearer, more insistent, where before you might have second-guessed yourself. Now there's an undeniable certainty, a quiet confidence in the promptings of your heart. It's as if a veil has been lifted, and you can discern the whispers of your soul from the clamor of your ego. This inner voice, your spiritual GPS, begins to guide your decisions, big and small. You start to trust it implicitly, recognizing that it is not merely your own subconscious, but a direct channel to divine wisdom. You might find yourself making choices that defy conventional logic but resonate deeply with your spirit, choices that ultimately lead you towards greater alignment and purpose. Secondly, your prayer life or your meditative practice transforms. It ceases to be a chore or a ritual and becomes a lifeline, a source of profound comfort and rejuvenation. You no longer simply recite words, you engage in a heartfelt dialogue, a surrender, a listening. You might find yourself spending longer periods in contemplation, not out of obligation, but because you genuinely crave that sacred space, that communion with the divine. Moments of silence become golden opportunities for spiritual downloads, for receiving insights and understanding that transcend your ordinary comprehension. This is where you receive clarity on your path, where doubts are assuaged, and where your spirit is nourished. Thirdly, you begin to see the divine in everything and everyone. The mundane transforms into the miraculous. A sunrise is not just a daily occurrence, it is a breathtaking display of divine artistry. A stranger's kindness is not merely a polite gesture, it is a reflection of universal love. You develop a profound sense of awe and gratitude for the simple things, recognizing the intricate tapestry of creation and your place within it. This expanded perception elevates your consciousness, shifting you from a state of separation to one of interconnectedness. You understand that the spiritual journey is not about reaching some distant destination, but about realizing the divine presence that has always been here within you and all around you. This deepening spiritual connection is not always a gentle, placid experience. Sometimes it can be intense, even challenging, as old paradigms crumble and new truths emerge. But it is always a sign that something magnificent is stirring within you. It is God's way of preparing you, of fortifying your inner core before stepping you onto a higher plane of existence and service. Embrace this deepening, for it is the bedrock upon which all future elevations will be built. Trust your inner guidance, for it is the compass pointing you towards your divine destiny. This is the first powerful sign that your elevation is at hand. Self-awareness in this context is not merely knowing your likes and dislikes. It is a deep, profound understanding of your inner landscape. It means recognizing your strengths, yes, but also bravely acknowledging your weaknesses, your fears, your limiting beliefs. It's about understanding the roots of your emotional responses, identifying the patterns that hold you back, and taking radical responsibility for your own journey. You begin to ask why with genuine curiosity when confronted with difficult emotions or repetitive struggles. Why do I react this way? Why does this situation trigger me so profoundly? What lesson is the universe trying to teach me here? This level of inquiry is a hallmark of someone ready for elevation. You move beyond blaming external circumstances and begin to see every experience as a mirror reflecting something back to you about yourself. Furthermore, this sign is deeply intertwined with how you navigate challenges. Life will inevitably present obstacles, setbacks, and moments of despair. For many, these are seen as roadblocks, reasons to retreat, or evidence of failure. But for the woman on the path to elevation, challenges are viewed differently. They are seen as catalysts, as sacred opportunities for growth. You don't just passively endure hardship, you actively seek to understand its purpose. You ask, what is this experience teaching me? How can I emerge from this stronger, wiser, more compassionate? This doesn't mean you won't feel pain or sadness. It means you won't allow those emotions to define you or derail your journey. Instead, you transmute them into fuel for transformation. You might find yourself confronting old wounds, past traumas, or deeply ingrained insecurities. This can be an arduous process akin to spiritual surgery, but it is precisely in this courageous confrontation that true healing and growth occur. You are willing to sit with discomfort, to process difficult emotions, to forgive yourself and others, and to release what no longer serves your evolution. This brave inner work is not for the faint of heart, but it is essential for elevation. You cannot ascend to higher levels of consciousness and service while carrying the heavy burdens of unresolved pasts. This embrace of self-awareness and growth through challenges signifies a profound shift in your internal operating system. You move from being a victim of circumstance to being the conscious co-creator of your reality. You understand that your power lies not in controlling external events, but in mastering your internal response to them. This mastery is what prepares you to handle greater responsibilities, to navigate more complex situations, and to serve others from a place of genuine wisdom and strength. It is a clear indication that God is shaping you, chiseling away all that is not truly you, to reveal the magnificent, elevated woman you are destined to become. This path may be challenging, but it is unequivocally the path of elevation. Think of a mighty oak tree. It does not grow strong in placid, windless conditions. It is the fierce gales, the relentless downpours, the searing sun, and the freezing winters that force its roots to grow deeper, its trunk to broaden, and its branches to reach higher. It is through enduring adversity that it develops the strength to withstand whatever comes its way. You, in your journey of elevation, are becoming that oak. Resilience is not the absence of struggle, it is the capacity to bounce back, to adapt, to persevere, even when faced with overwhelming odds. It is the inner fortitude that allows you to stand firm when everything around you seems to crumble. When God is preparing you for elevation, He often tests your resilience. These tests are not meant to punish you, but to reveal to you the immense strength that lies within. You might encounter setbacks that would have previously derailed you entirely, but now you find an inner wellspring of determination that allows you to keep moving forward. You learn to embrace the lessons within the defeats, to see failures not as endpoints but as invaluable feedback, guiding you towards a better path. This shift in perspective is crucial. It's no longer about avoiding hardship, it's about mastering your response to it. You learn to flow with the currents of life, even when they are turbulent, rather than resisting them and exhausting yourself. Hand in hand with resilience is unwavering faith. This is not a naive optimism that ignores reality. It is a profound trust in a divine plan, even when you cannot see the next step. It is the conviction that even in the darkest valleys, there is a purpose, a guiding hand, and that everything is ultimately working together for your highest good. When God is about to elevate you, your faith deepens beyond mere belief. It becomes a knowing. You may not understand the how or the when, but you hold on to the what, the certainty that you are guided, protected, and destined for something greater. This unwavering faith manifests in your ability to surrender. You learn to release control over outcomes, understanding that your role is to align with divine will, to take inspired action, and then to trust that the universe will orchestrate the details. This surrender is not passive resignation. It is an active, courageous act of trusting a power greater than yourself. It allows you to move through uncertainty with grace. Knowing that you are held, you cease to cling tightly to specific expectations and instead open yourself to possibilities far grander than your limited human imagination can conceive. You might find yourself in situations where your logical mind screams impossible, but your spirit quietly whispers trust. This is the testing ground for your faith. When you choose to lean into that whisper, when you step out in faith despite the fear, that is when miracles unfold. That is when doors open that you never knew existed. That is when you realize the true power of your connection to the divine. This cultivation of resilience and unwavering faith is a profound sign that you are being prepared for a higher calling. It is God equipping you with the inner armor and the spiritual compass necessary to navigate the broader landscapes and greater responsibilities that come with elevation. Embrace the tests, for they are transforming you into an indomitable force, ready to manifest your divine purpose. Imagine a small, flickering candle. Its light is contained, perhaps illuminating only a small corner. But then envision that candle becoming a beacon, its flame growing brighter, strong enough to light many other candles, illuminating an entire room, a community. This is the transformation that occurs within you when compassion becomes a driving force. You move beyond self-preoccupation and begin to see yourself as an integral part of a larger interconnected tapestry of humanity. The suffering of others no longer feels distant or abstract. It resonates within your own heart, prompting a genuine desire to alleviate it. This radiating compassion isn't merely sympathy, it is empathy, the ability to truly understand and share the feelings of another. You find yourself listening more deeply, without judgment, truly seeing the humanity in everyone you encounter, regardless of their background, beliefs, or circumstances. You recognize that every individual is on their own unique journey, facing their own battles, and that at their core, all beings seek love, peace, and understanding. This expanded awareness dissolves barriers and fosters a profound sense of unity. You begin to understand that serving others is not a duty, but an intrinsic expression of your awakened spirit, a natural outflow of the love that resides within you. Furthermore, this sign manifests as an undeniable pull towards service, where before your actions might have been primarily self-focused, now you find genuine joy and fulfillment in contributing to the well-being of others. This service can take myriad forms. It could be a formal volunteer role, offering a listening ear to a friend in need, sharing your knowledge and gifts, advocating for the marginalized, or simply radiating kindness and positivity in your daily interactions. The specific avenue is less important than the heart behind the action. You realize that your greatest purpose is often found in how you uplift, empower, and inspire those around you. You might also notice a decreased attachment to material possessions and external validation, and a heightened appreciation for the richness of human connection and the joy of giving. The desire to accumulate gives way to the desire to contribute. Your sense of purpose shifts from "what can I get?" to what can I give. This generosity extends beyond tangible resources. It encompasses your time, your energy, your wisdom, and your unwavering belief in the potential of others. You become a source of encouragement, a beacon of hope, and a catalyst for positive change in your sphere of influence. This profound expansion of compassion and the compelling urge to serve are unmistakable signs that you are being prepared for a higher level of impact. God is not only elevating you for your own spiritual growth, but also to make you a more potent instrument of divine love and light in the world. You are being refined to become a channel through which blessings can flow to many. Embrace this calling, for in giving you truly receive, and in serving others, you fulfill the very essence of your elevated purpose. This is the heart of true ascension. Hand in hand with this authentic power comes a profound clarity about your divine purpose. No longer do you drift aimlessly, wondering what you are supposed to do. A sense of direction, a compelling inner knowing, begins to guide your actions. You might experience synchronicity and serendipity, as if the universe is conspiring to align you with your highest calling. Doors open effortlessly, the right people appear at the right time, and opportunities perfectly tailored to your gifts present themselves. This is the universe responding to your readiness, to your alignment,